Hey love, happy Thursday. If you are new, welcome. If you've been rocking with me for a while, welcome back. I'm So Love Sari, and this is an energy update for the new moon in Aries. We've honestly got a lot to cover, so you are going to see me looking at my notes over on my laptop and all the things, okay? So bear with me. But this is a tarot therapy session where the agenda or the intention, if you will, is to reveal any hidden emotional patterns that may be keeping you stuck, out of alignment, and leaking energy. Okay, so we are going to get into the nitty-gritty with the tarot therapy reading and session, but first we need to unpack some of this energy surrounding this Aries new moon, because baby it's a lot. Okay, so Aries in general as an energy, an energetic essence, okay, it cares about being bold, and it is the energy of I am. It desires to be first, recognized, seen, bold, and to take risks. Okay, this is fire energy. We're talking action, creation, passion, but this is also cardinal, I'm gonna get it out, energy. This means that this energy is essentially initiating and laying the groundwork via bold and risky action. Now when we get into the nitty-gritty of this energy being expressed as an outward expression out into the world, it is seeking to ignite and energize whatever, whoever, however it touches. Okay, so whenever this energy is coming in contact in relation to another or the other, regardless of how that may manifest itself, that is what it is seeking to do: ignite and energize. But it's very important to note that this energy is focused on the self. Remember, it's the energetic essence of I am, and it's also ruled by Mars. Now, if you don't know, Mars is the planet of competition, drive, motivation, independence, assertiveness, and aggression, right? But it's not always necessarily negative aggression and assertiveness. I know how that sounds, but stick with me, keep walking with me, okay? Now in the shadow frequency, the negative end of the pool of the spectrum, this is anger, impulsivity, aggression, reactivity, ego. And because we are talking about this energy that just wants to be seen, to be recognized, to be first, a lot of the wounds around self-worth and value and worthiness are really anchored into that particular wound or emotional wound in itself. So that wound of whether or not you're being seen and recognized and elevated or praised, if you will, to the degree or in the matter or capacity to which you desire to be. So a lot of that can come up for you on the shadow end of the spectrum as well. Now, when we get into the empowered frequency, this is leadership, bravery, standing your ground, and confidence, and taking the initiative to do things in alignment or to take the necessary risks and actions and things of that nature, again, to lay the groundwork, to break through, to have that freedom, if you will, of being able to ignite and energize whatever this energy wants to initiate and or connect to and or is touching. Now, if you don't know, I practice what's called lunar astrology, and this is just where you're focused on the positioning, the phases, and the movement of the moon, so that you can understand and assess the internal emotional landscape of the collective, the world as a whole, and or the individual whose chart you are reading. And this is one of my favorite things to do with astrology. But my point is, looking at this from the emotional wealth and energetic sovereignty lens, we have two luminaries in Aries right now. If you don't know, it's an entire stellium happening in the sign of Aries. Okay, my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, so we got 6 planets in the sign of Aries. So we've got the sun, the moon, Mercury, Mars, Neptune, and Saturn, plus Chiron and the vertex. Okay, so it's like I said, it's a lot of things happening, a lot of shit going on. Nothing to scoff at, nothing to play with. Like we got a lot to unpack, okay? Bear with me. So we've got the sun and the moon, which are your two luminaries. We'll get to those in a second. But then after that, we've got Mars. Mars is the ruler of Aries, okay? So this is also where we get into the action, the passion, the drive, the energy, but more specifically and more importantly, the desire, okay? Keep that in mind as we go along. Then we've got Mercury. Mercury is the planet of thought processes, thinking, your commerce, as well as travel and communication. Then you got Saturn, okay? Big Daddy Saturn don't play. He don't play, okay? This is your structure, your defining or definition, defining things for yourself, right? Your limitations, your boundaries, your already said structures, your organization. That's the other word I was looking for. But also your responsibilities. Then up next, we've got Neptune. Neptune is one of my favorite planets, but it can be a little tricky. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna even hold you, okay? Neptune is the planet of illusion, confusion, delusion, your fears, as well as psychic sensitivity. Then on top of all of this going on, you got Chiron, the emotional wound, as well as the emotional medicine / healing. But more importantly, it's this teacher and lesson type energy where the transformation and the breakthrough, if you will, since those are our keywords here with this Aries energy and this new moon, are all rooted in and anchored into the lessons of your pain, your trauma, your challenges and things of that nature. It's all about how you are using those experiences and those insights from those experiences, so those lessons, to be able to better yourself in the present and coming future. Then we got this doggone vertex. I like this is mind-boggling. Like I'm telling you, this is a wild ass party happening in Aries right now, okay? The vertex is like a fated encounter where it's like fated, karmic, or destined type energy for a encounter or a situation, a circumstance, a something to happen. And when we talk about this happening in Aries, again, this is all breakthrough type energy. I'm telling you now, this new moon in Aries happening at 7:51 a.m. Friday on the 17th of April, okay? So whenever you watching this is when you watching this, but that's when that new moon energy is at its peak and is in full throttle, baby, okay? Along with all of this other energy we discussing now. This is not the time for you to sow brand new seeds. This is breakthrough. This is pivot. This is let's shake some shit up and make some shit move type situation, okay? Think before you act. Slow down and process whatever anger, frustration, reactivity you got going on. Don't be out here being reckless, okay? You're gonna regret it. So with the conjunctions, this is where you have multiple planets in the same house and or sign, okay? This energetically is heavy emphasis, a strong energetic hold, and also amplification out the wazoo, out the ass, okay? Like it's just everything is amplified, is and then on top of that, like I said, going back to these luminaries, okay? Because whenever you have your luminaries, so you have the sun and the moon, they are highlighting, they are bringing to light that which has been hidden, ignored, repressed, whatever. And so with those on top of Chiron being in the same sign, like I told you we had a lot to unpack, didn't I? The luminary energy of the sun is your willpower, your creativity, your drive, your vitality, as well as your purpose and identity. I think I already said identity. You stick with me. Then you have the luminary energy of the moon. So this is your habits, your emotional patterns, your sensitivities, but more specifically where you are open and available and ready to both receive and be nurtured. Remember I said earlier, Mars is that planet of desires, right? So all of this is intertwined in this bold and assertive energy of Aries. This is why I'm saying that this new moon, yes, new moons typically and in general are times to sow new seeds and set new intentions and all the things. But with the energy being as sporadic and chaotic, if you will, and just really antsy in nature, I advise that you do not do this, okay? Just hold off on trying to set a new intention, and instead, spirit, the energy, the cosmos are asking you to anchor heavily into these seeds that you have already sown, and instead look at where it's time to pivot, where it's time to shake some shit up, where it's time to set some boundaries with Saturn, where it's time to be honest and truthful about what the hell is going on, what you see, what you need, what you actually want with that Neptune there, and then where you are trying to go. Remember, Mercury is the planet of travel, as well as communication, commerce, and your thought process. Is like everything is colluding for you, not against you, but you've got to make good use of the energy. You got to understand what the energy is here to actually help you do. Because if you work against this energy, I'm telling you now, I'm telling you then, I'm telling you for future reference, like it's gonna bite you in the ass. Okay, don't do it. Take the time to think it through, to mellow out and figure out what your anger is trying to tell you want, need, desire, deserve, where you're being mistreated, where boundaries need to be in place and established, like, and sort all of that stuff out before you just go gung-ho. Okay, like this not the time to just be out here acting reckless. Use your emotions to guide you. Use them as a guide. They are there to help you understand what it is you want, need, desire, to feel safe, sane, and secure. Okay, like if Neptune wasn't there at the same time, and if Chiron wasn't there at the same time, you would be a little safe to be gung ho. But why not? Just don't do it. All right, so now we're going to dive into the tarot therapy portion of today's video and energy update, all right? Oh, already got cards popping up. Let's see, we got the Magician in reverse, and we've got the Four of Wands, okay? So already, this is energy of uncertainty, doubting, trickster type energy. But with this Four of Wands, this is, again, like this pressure to get something done, to take action, but there is uncertainty with this Magician in reverse. There is uncertainty about how to pull all of your resources, your aspects, your elements of your particular intention and whatever it is that you're working on now, be it in your personal life, your business, relationships, whatever. It's a little uncertain as to how to pull it together, but that's exactly what the energy of this Aries new moon is for, is there to provide you with that clarity and that breakthrough. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the emotional pattern is that is underneath all of this that you are unaware is there. Okay. And what's actually voice cracking? Hold on, let me get some tea. Okay, I had to stop for a second to get some tea. But yeah, looking at the emotional pattern that you don't necessarily realize is there and creating this hiccup for you. All right, so we've got the Moon in reverse. Okay, so Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, so what this is already revealing in terms of a pattern is confusion. A lot of you are allowing or have the tendency to allow your uncertainty, one, to hold you back, to keep you stuck, but two or three, to leave you indecisive. Okay, and what this particular path right now is teaching you is trying to show you, help you understand, learn, apply, is decisiveness, to how to be decisive when you're uncertain. Okay. Oh. All right, next we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Seven of Wands. And if you're curious, I probably can go through the different crystals associated with the cards as they're coming out, so you can dive into some of the healing crystals that will help you navigate this particular transformation that's happening with this new moon in Aries. Okay, but with the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, this is gearing you more so towards understanding that just because you're indecisive, or not indecisive, just because you have uncertainty, it doesn't mean that the abundance stops. The abundance can't be activated. The motion, the movement, the momentum is going to be stunted or stopped. The only way that that is going to happen is if you do not take action, right? Even being indecisive and not deciding is a decision. But Spirit is saying, hey, with this Seven of Wands, hey man, stick to the plan. Okay, don't deviate from the plan. Even if you can't see the next step ahead, do not deviate from the plan. Stick to the plan. Okay, like, come on. All right. Then we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so what you don't realize you're manifesting, the more that you sit in this indecisiveness, is that you are cutting yourself off from the opportunity that is literally waiting and prepared for you on a silver fucking platter. Okay, like, I can't make it up. There's nothing you can do, nothing you can say. That's been coming up a lot in the readings this week. But there isn't anything that you can do to stop what's for you, except for deciding not to go after it, not to pursue it, and not to prepare yourself to receive it. Remember, we talked about the moon being a luminary, and one of the things that it's highlighting is where you are currently open and available to receive. Okay, so the more that you sit in indecision, the longer it's going to take for you to get what you're after and what you're looking for. Like, it sounds so simple and so mundane, but it really is that simple. It really is that straightforward, especially with Saturn and Mars in Aries this transit. Okay, and remember, I said with this Aries energy and all of these planets sitting in this transit, the energy is impulsive and uneasy and really just sporadic and a little chaotic, if we're gonna be honest. Okay. So with this what is it, the Knight of Swords coming out for you, that again, you've got to get into a mindset of trusting yourself, trusting that even though the uncertainty is there, that you will still be taken care of, and you can't fuck it up regardless of what happened, because everything is literally working out for you always and forever. Always and forever. Hey, again, your emotions are there to help guide you, not make you reckless and impulsive. Okay, like, I get it, the energy is there, but when that pressure kicks in, slow down and say, okay, what is it that I'm feeling, and what is it trying to tell me that I need to feel safe, sane, and secure moving forward? And another note, I say this all the time, and I will continue to preach this till the cows come home. Uncertainty is not you having all of the answers. It is also not you having all the answers all the time. Certainty is actually a process. Specifically, it's your process for being able to figure out the answers in the specific moment that you need to. Okay, like, give yourself some grace and relax a bit. All right. Oh, let's see, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. How beautiful is that? So that's where this path is taking you. This lunar cycle, this new moon in Aries is taking you to the point, or the pinnacle, pun intended, if you will, of your highest skill set, being your highest potential, if you will, being recognized, realized, and fully expressed, unapologetically, bold, and without consequence is the word that's coming to mind, but without consequence in terms of regret, right? That you didn't do the thing, that you didn't pursue the thing that you shoulda, coulda, woulda when you had all opportunity to do it. You just are allowing uncertainty to keep you stuck and out of alignment. Like, the next step will reveal itself when you decide to move. That's all spirit, the astrological energy is asking you to do, is to decide where you're going, and let's go. All right. I'm actually going to pull a different deck for this second half. The first deck was the Crystal Struck Tarot. This one is the Wild Unknown tarot. So we'll be diving into that to basically look at your current goal, your current intention, and identify what resources and things of that nature you have available to help you out. Like I said, with this uncertainty, this fear of uncertainty, meaning fear of what's going to happen, of not knowing what to expect, what's going to happen. It's intimidating, or it can be, and it can be very daunting. But with Mars in Aries, the ruler of Aries, literally there supporting you, like you have the energy and the willpower, with the sun there too, pushing you, supporting you, and holding you up as you go. So you literally, it's literally like you have a built-in safety net, astrological, I was going to say a cosmology, but that's not, stick with me. An astrological safety net, literally just, hey man, you can't fall, you can't fail, we got you, just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got this. All right, so let's go ahead and, all right, do the next portion of this here. All right, so we've got the King of Pentacles. Oh, that was the Knight, came out earlier. I was going to say, we've got, there we go. We got the Chariot, the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. Three of Swords in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. Them Roman numerals getting me again, y'all. I had to double check. I'm like, wait. And the Three of Wands. Three of Wands coming out. All right, so what you need to know about your current intention and what's happening with where you are right now, right before this breakthrough, especially with the King of Pentacles coming out here. So the resources are there, meaning with this uncertainty, this pattern of hesitating due to uncertainty, or staying stuck because it's safer and you know what to expect, instead of moving ahead without any additional information. Spirit is saying you already have all of the information and the answers that you need right now to take the next step. So take the next step. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're already resourced. Right now, you're holding yourself up over, poof, nothing is in the air. Like, the thing that you're clinging to as a reason to stay where you are is not reasonable, it's not realistic, and it's, as far as spirit is concerned, non-existent, because you have everything you need right now to move, to take your next step and to break through. You're just not utilizing the resources. Straight talk, no chaser. Now, the focus that spirit is asking you to get into is this Chariot energy. And remember, we had let me put the other deck down. Remember, we had the Chariot and then the Eight of Pentacles come out in the previous portion of this reading. Like, your highest potential, spirit is just asking you to simply focus on moving forward, whatever moving forward looks like for you. Like, you can't stay here, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. type energy, okay? Like you got to move. You got to get off your ass and move, okay? Now, the resources that are available to you, we've got the Page of Wands in reverse here, okay? So we are essentially looking at false starts or feeling as though there is like this lack of inspiration, if you will. And I know you like, well, how is that a resource? It's a resource because it's your indication that it's time to move. Where you are right now is not yielding any inspiration for you. That in and of itself should tell you something. It's like you keep worrying about having a false start or messing up or failing, but you already ain't doing nothing. Like you can't in a nutshell, you can't fail if you never start, if you don't try. You can't have a false start if you don't never start. Like, be for real. And again, you already have the resources that you need. You've got all of these astrological bodies, these planets that have come to support you. All you have to do is say, yeah, I'll hop in the car with the unicorn, in the van with the unicorn. Let's go. Let's be whimsical together and see what the fuck gonna happen. Let's fuck around and find out in the best way possible. Now, when it comes to using these resources that are already at your disposal, with that Page of Wands and the Three of Swords in reverse, Spirit is saying, hey, use this lack of inspiration, this fear of failing, not to beat yourself up, but as an indication of it being time to move. Again, I can't drive this message home enough. Like, you have what you need already, okay? You already have what you need. Now, this limiting belief, with this, where is it at? Here you go. The Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands in reverse, okay? Who says you can't move? Who says it's not going to work out? Who is telling you that what you want to do is not possible? That if you take this next step blindfolded, that you actually gonna fall. Being blindfolded don't mean you're gonna fall. It just means you can't see clearly what's happening next. But that's the beauty of a surprise. Let Spirit surprise you, pleasantly surprise you as to what can happen next, what will happen next. That's part of the adventure. Remember, we're talking Aries energy. This is a cardinal sign, so somebody has to go first. That somebody is you. And for some of you, what's dropping in right now is like the first of your family to do the thing. So whatever it is that you are pursuing, that you are trying to accomplish, you're the first in your family to do so, or the first in your friend group to do so. And so a lot of the pressure and anxiety is from being the first, but somebody has to go first. How do you think you got a cell phone, a computer, a stoplight, a refrigerator, a PS5 or whatever the latest game system is? Like, how do you think you got all of this stuff? Somebody had to go first for other people to build upon, okay? Your job is not to worry about who's coming behind you right now. Right now is simply, how can you support and elevate yourself? Remember, this is about you living up to and pursuing your highest potential and allowing that to be fun, to be whimsical, to be something that is out of this world. We are talking about this bold, risk-taking energy of Aries. Now, in all of my readings, I like to do a focus on self-love specifically, and sometimes self-care, but specifically self-love, because you can have all of this information and it means nothing if you are not able to maintain and sustain the state of being necessary to carry it out, to follow through, etc. And in this particular instance, we've got the Three of, I want to say Pentacles so bad, the Three of Wands, and then the King of Pentacles, right? So again, you have all of the resources necessary. You have everything that you need to move forward. Spirit is asking you to not focus on the uncertainty. Don't focus on the uncertainty. Focus on the progress that's happening in real time. But in order for you to move, you're going to have to be decisive. You're going to have to get up off of your ass and decide, hey, this is worth pursuing for me. This is worth my time, my energy, my investment of resources that I already have available to me. Like, I'm already well taken care of. I just need to decide and go. Okay, like, Spirit is asking you to focus on the progress, not the uncertainty. Okay, so let's take a look at your next couple of actions where Spirit wants you to focus your efforts over the next 28, 29 and a half days of this lunar cycle, okay? Taking it full advantage of this Aries energy. All right, so first we got the Devil coming out. Then we've got, look at that, you got the Moon again. You got the Moon again, but this time in the upright position. And then you've got the 4, 5, 6. Here we go with the Roman numbers, the 7 of Swords. Okay, the top of the deck, we got the 2, look at the 2 of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, Father of Wands in reverse. So listen, okay, with the Devil, the Moon, and the 7 of Swords popping out, your path this lunar cycle is very clear, okay? First off, Spirit is saying for you to release the self-imposed limitations that you have put on yourself, okay? That's your task for the first 9-10 days, okay? The second 9-10 days, your task is to focus on what you do have clarity on, not what you are uncertain about. The uncertainty will take care of itself because, again, certainty is your specific process for being able to figure out the answer in the specific moment that you need to. Until that moment arrives, what the hell are you stressed out and worried about? Like, I get it, but I'm just saying, from Spirit's perspective, you worry about nothing. Because it ain't happened yet, and it might not happen. The thing that you fear, the thing that you're so scared of happening, may not even happen, and is likely to not happen. Okay? So that's your second set of the next 8, 9, 10 days. Okay? The last 8 to 9 days of the lunar cycle, Spirit is saying to ignore. Ignore what the 3D realm look like, what is reflecting back to you. All ignore it. Ignore it. And simply focus on, here again, where you going. Focus on where you going, where you headed. Okay? Again, with this Aries new moon, we've got Mars, we've got Neptune and Chiron, specifically Neptune and Chiron in this, and this what is it? Mercury. Neptune, Chiron, and Mercury, and Saturn, right? All of those, like, we've gone through all the planets, but my point is, with those planets specifically or particularly, Neptune is confusion, delusion, psychic sensitivity, fears, right? Then you've got Mars with this energy of drive and desire, right? So it's going to be exacerbated. Okay, you've got Saturn who's saying, hey, we can't move until we got some sense of structure. We can't move until we have defined what it is that we want. That does not mean that that's an excuse for you to stay stuck. Saturn is simply saying, hey, decide what you want and let's go. Okay? You said you wanted to go and get this thing. You said you wanted this thing to manifest, but decide what the fuck it is you want and let's go. Okay? Decide to move towards it and let's go. Even if you are uncertain, remember we have the sun in Aries as well. And so this is your purpose. Okay. So set the purpose or the intention to be on where you're trying to go, what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to manifest. The thing that you have already got in motion and just need to pivot, just need to shift. The breakthrough is in focusing on the purpose behind it, why you're after it in the first place, okay? And then with the 2 of Wands and the King of Wands coming out at the top and the bottom of the deck on that last pull, Spirit is saying that you do not need a plan, but you also don't need to be impulsive, okay? You need clarity. Not a plan, you need clarity. Once you have clarity on your decision, it's time to move. It's time to go. The roller coaster is taking off. You need to be buckled in, baby. Okay? All right, my love, if today's reading resonated and you want me to personally guide you through this transformation, then the book, The Energy Audit. The link is available for you either in the description box below or the link in my bio, depending upon where you are watching. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Share whatever clarity came through for you during this reading, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, wait. Make sure that you also check out the 2 videos that I posted earlier this week on self-worth. The first one is actually walking you through why you struggle with self-worth, and then I did a tarot therapy session to dive deeper into that and get to the nitty-gritty and reveal the hidden emotional pattern keeping you stuck in low self-worth and things of that nature. So make sure you check those out too as well. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and link them in the description box below. All right, my love, I will see you in the next one. Bye.